Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today here I have the Grandstream GCC020 router. This is the successor or Gen 2 model to the GCC010 that was previously released about a year ago, which I have running currently in my home network rack. So this is what you get inside the box. What I'm going to do is show you that, and then we're going to do a quick comparison between the key features of the GCC010 and the new features that have been added to the 6020. Then we'll take a closer look at this unit. Maybe we'll get it fired up and see if it needs a firmware upgrade. We'll see where the video goes. But first, let's talk about what comes inside the box. So you do get the GCC020 router itself. You do get a set of extended rack ears so you can mount it on a standard 19-inch rack, which is a nice feature. It comes with a power cable and it has a built-in power supply, so no more external brick, which is really, really nice. In the little package here, you get your grounding cable. You get 4 sticky feet, so in case you want to mount the device on a desk, you can just put the sticky feet on the bottom. And then you get the screws for mounting the actual rack ears to the device itself. As far as paperwork is concerned, you get the quick installation guide as always, and now they've included a certification regulatory information document. So that's included in the box, along with, as always, Grandstream gives a little extra sticker containing the MAC address and the initial device password. And finally, you get the little plastic power protector. It snaps in the back and basically it protects the power cord from being pulled out. So really nice packaging, well, your standard packaging, but you get a nice amount of stuff inside the box. Now, I want to switch to a spreadsheet that I put together comparing the key features of the 6010 here in column B to that of the 6020 here in column C. So the first thing we're going to start with is how many gigabit ports. So the GCC010 has 5 RJ45 gigabit ports. The 6020 has 4. As far as 2.5 ports are concerned, the GCC010 had 2 SFP ports that were 2.5 gig, whereas the GCC020 has 1 2.5 RJ45 port. As far as 10 gig ports, the GCC010 did not support 10 gig, whereas the addition to the GCC020 is 1 SFP plus port, 10 gig, very nice. As far as the router itself, it's rated, the GCC010 is rated at 2.5 gigabits per second. The GCC020 is 6 gigabits per second. From a memory standpoint, the 6010 comes with 2 gig of memory. The 6020 comes with 4 gig of memory. They both support 32 gig of eMMC onboard flash storage. Regarding storage, external storage, the GCC010 has a micro SD card slot, whereas the GCC020 has an M.2 SSD slot on the bottom of the unit, and we'll show you that later when we take a closer look at the hardware. From a PBX side, the 6010 can support 12 users and 4 concurrent calls, excuse me, whereas the 6020 supports 50 users and 16 concurrent calls, so that's a nice upgrade. Management options include, for the GCC010, GDMS, mobile app, local web, UI, SSH, and SNMP, all of the same for the 6020 plus CLI. The max APs and clients, the 6010 can manage up to 150 GWN APs and support up to 500 clients, whereas the 6020 can support up to 300 GWN APs and up to 500 clients. Again, these are all ratings. Your mileage may vary in real life. Number of WAN ports, both devices support up to 3 WAN ports, and by the way, all of the ports are WAN LAN configurable. As far from a VPN standpoint, the 6010 supports up to 2.5 gigabits per second. The 6020 supports up to 6.5 gigabits per second. PoA output on the 5 GCC010 RJ45 ports, 4 of them support PoE 802.3AF AT with the maximum PoE wattage being 36 watts. On the GCC020, all 5 RJ45 ports support PoE out 802.3AF AT, maximum PoE wattage 120, so that's a nice increase as well. From a power standpoint, input 120 to 240 VAC, 50 to 60 hertz. The output is 48 volts, DC 1 amp or 48 watts. And then for the GCC020, the same on the input side. The output is 54 VDC, 2.8 amps or 150 watts. As far as redundant power is concerned, the GCC010 does not have redundant power option, while the GCC020 does. It's 54 VDC / 2.8 amps. And as far as being rack mountable, the GCC010 is not, but you can place it in a rack on a rack shelf, which is what I have going on in the back closet there. And as far as the 6020 is concerned, yes, with the extended rack ears that are supplied in the package, you can mount this in a standard 19-inch rack, which is a nice feature. Dimension-wise, the GCC020 is considerably larger than the 6010. As you can see, the 6010, and now these are approximate measurements. I just converted the measurements in millimeters to inches. And so the 6010 is 7.5 by 4 by 1 inch, whereas the 6020 is 11 inches by 7.25 roughly by 1 3/4. And then weight, same thing. I did a conversion. So the 6010 weighs in at 1.85 pounds, whereas the 6020 weighs in at 3.53, just over 3.5 pounds. Let's take a closer look at the unit. You have the Grandstream branding here. You have a reset hole here, followed by a system light, a power light, and an RPS light. Then you have your 4 gigabit Ethernet ports, the RJ45 ports, the 2.5 RJ45 port, the 10 gig SFP Plus port, a console port, and a USB port. On the side, you have venting, and you have a Kensington lock here, and then you have your 4 screw holes for mounting your rack ears. Let's take a look at the rear of the unit real quick. So on the rear of the unit, you have your RPS port here. You can see that there. You have your sticker, you have your power port. Here's the hole where the little plastic piece that prevents the power cable from being pulled out, it gets inserted here. Then you have your serial number sticker with the MAC address and the initial password here on the back of the unit. And then here is your grounding lug as well. On the other side of the unit, you do have more venting and the other screw ports for the rack ears. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it when I showed the other side, but this is a fanless unit, so it is virtually pretty quiet. Looking on the bottom of the unit, you can see you have the 4 places for mounting the sticky pads in case you want to mount the device on a desk. Here's the M.2 SSD port on the bottom, which is a nice addition, and then the top of the unit is basically plain. All right, so I have the Grandstream GCC020 plugged in. It's fired up. You can see it here. There are 2 lights on the front. We do have the system light here and the power light here. The RPS light obviously is not lit up because obviously I don't have the RPS redundant power supply active at this point. I have my computer plugged into the first port, and then I have the Grandstream GCC010 plugged into just my network switch here to my left to gain internet access. So I have it plugged into port 4, which it has a little up arrow by default. I'm guessing that means that that is configured as a WAN port by default. So looking at let's switch over to the web page now. You could see here I'm at the login screen. The default address for the Grandstream router is 192.168.80.1. So we're going to put in the default username, which is admin, and the password, which again is found on the bottom of the unit or in that little extra sticker that's included inside the package. We're going to just put that in here and sign in. And you can see I'm signing in for the very first time, and I'm prompted to change the password. So I'm going to change it now for this video. Just going to make it something easy for me to remember. You can see it's showing a weak password at this point, so we'll make it a little bit more challenging, but still easy for me to remember. And we'll go ahead and we'll submit the password change. Password reset successfully. Cool. We're going to go ahead now. We're going to be brought back to the login screen, and now we're going to log in with the new password. Okay, so I'm going to skip the setup wizard for now. Right off the bat, I can see that they're adding a little bit of a help guide here, convenient module switching, and they're showing you the 4 modules up on top, just like on the GCC020. So we'll go to the next one, and it says intuitively display network devices. So that's your topology view. So yeah, it's still taking you through a guided tour, which is pretty cool. You can continue through the tour if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and just close this out for now. And it's asking me if I want to activate the firewall, which I'm not going to do at this point in time. I believe it's free for 1 year, and then after the first year, you pay a subscription fee to get the advanced features of the next gen firewall, but we'll close that for now. So we have our 4 tabs. So this is the GCC overview tab, the home tab. Then we have our network tab here, and you can see the menu on the left, just like in the 6010 is contextual, and it changes depending on which module you're in. Here's the firewall module, and again, the menu is contextual. And then here is the actual device AP management, Wi-Fi management. This is where you'll adopt your APs, set up your Wi-Fi networks, your switch, adopt your switches. You can see your clients, and right now it's just showing my computer as connected, and then it does come with a captive portal and options. So very similar to that of the actual GCC020. It should look extremely familiar to you. So let's go back to the home page. We are running firmware version 1.0.7.32, so I should have internet access. Let me get out to the Grandstream site and see if there's any updates, and we'll get the firmware updated. So we'll come over to the support tab, and we'll come down to firmware. And now we'll look here. So GCC020 system 1.0.7.32, which is, I believe, what I said we were running, 1.7.0.32. So we are up to date. You also have the options of switching through the modules here, as well as up in the upper left-hand corner. So you can go to the networking module here, and then from the home page, you have the option of going to all of the different modules, including the PBX and managing the endpoints. But for now, you can see that the PBX is in disabled mode. To go through it all, you have your topology, which the GCC020 is the only device. Here you have all your system settings. And again, I went through all of these settings with the GCC010. So if you want to see that in depth, I'll just put a link to that video up above and down below. Maintenance, here's where you would do the upgrade, backup and restore, factory reset the device, your notification center, your logs and diagnostics. So it's all the same as on the GCC010, but with the addition of the actual new hardware improvements. So that's a first look at the brand new GCC020. I hope you like this intro video, see what comes inside the box. Particularly, I hope you like the comparison between the 6010 specs and the 6020 specs to see the improvements. And then we just took a look at the overall user interface, which is the same basically as the other GCC010 and 6011 models. Now, there is a larger version of the 6020, which I do not have. If we look under Convergence and we look here, under the GCC6020, there's also the 60, I believe this is the 6021, the bottom device here. And you can see it has a lot more ports. It looks like it has 16 gigabit Ethernet ports, 8 2.5 RJ45 ports, and then I'm guessing that these are going to be 10 SFP plus ports. Well, we don't have to guess. We can go take a look. Let's look at the data sheet, and let me blow this up a little bit. Okay, so the big brother to the GCC6020, excuse me, has 4 10 gig SFP plus ports right here. So yes, that's what the ports here are. I was correct. 8 2.5 ports here, RJ45 ports, and yes, 16 gigabit Ethernet ports. It also comes with the 4 gig of RAM, just like the 6020, DDR4 plus 256 megabytes DDR3 RAM, 32 gig eMMC. The 6020 was rated at 6.5 gigabits per second. The 6021 is 10 gigabits per second, so a little performance boost there. NG-FW throughput, DPI, and IPS. The GCC6020, 6 gigabits per second, 9 gigabits per second for the 6021. So some improvement boosts on the big brother module, but yeah, so there you go. That is a first look at the GCC6020, which I have here. Thank you, Grandstream, for sending this out to me. I appreciate the opportunity to review your products. I hope you like the reviews that I'm doing. That's it for now, everyone. If you have any comments about the new 6020, please leave them down in the comments below. Have a great weekend, everyone, and take care for now.